I have been using a small solar setup at a remote property I have owned for years. I was using a Trace C40, which is one of the better PWM controllers, and this is my first experience with MPPT. I recently moved the batteries about 75 feet from the panels and into an equipment shed, and at 12 volts the line losses were significant. I rewired my old panels in series, 120 VDC, and installed a Victron 150/35. Right beside the battery. I went from barely able to charge the battery to it being full every day by noon. The Bluetooth is great because I don't even have to unlock the shed and go inside. I can just connect and know instantly the state of the entire charging system. Wish list: I wish there were a way to download the log via Bluetooth to the phone so I could review later when not connected. I wish I could see a timeline so I could easily determine at what time of day I hit max power and voltage. This would help me spot problems with partial shading. I wish there were a way to connect to the device over Wi-Fi, Ethernet, so I could check the stats from home as I have connectivity to the site. Overall, I am quite happy with the purchase, and if the unit continues to perform as it is, I will be purchasing an additional one to charge a lithium pack. When I opened the package, this charger controller looked and felt like a sturdy and quality product. When I connected it, however, there was absolutely no charge going to the batteries despite the controller getting input voltage from the solar panels. After days of troubleshooting and frustration, I discovered that the black jumper wire was loose. Tightened that screws and the controller started working like it should. Been working great since. The Bluetooth connectivity is an amazing feature. Being able to get the readings from an app is amazing, especially the 30-day report, which lets you keep track and compare the daily performance of the solar system. On good days I get over 2 kW from 2x300 watt, total 600 watts, solar panels. It also tells you how long of each stage, bulk, adsorption, float, etc., daily. I have battle-born lithium batteries and was able to program the parameters right from my phone. Pretty convenient to connect and monitor the controller from inside your house. Only downside is everything you open the app it has to reconnect. It's pricey but worth it. Victron is a reliable and quality brand. This is a nice product. There's a few things lacking from the app, but overall it's really nice to see all the activity and charging times, and change settings. I was worried because I set it up a day before we left on a trip. It went through several quick firmware updates that worked without a snag. It's pulling power from a 100-watt Renogy PV panel and charging a 100Ah Battleborn LiFePO 4 battery. Battleborn's site lists all the best settings, and the app made it super easy to change them. I really didn't have time to even test it if was manage everything correctly. We spent a week at Ocracoke Island National Park campground, with no shore power. It was great, worked like a charm. Had 12V power all week with no problems topping off the battery. If you are into the solar panels, you may need this solar charge controller. The controller has a solar panel connector or input, a battery connector, and the load connector, all complete separated from each other. Click link in description for more reviews.